One day's work is over, supper time's gone. I'll tell you the story of the night rider's song. That long, lonesome whistle and the tunes with no words. It's the chant of the night songs that we sang round the herd. It was a hot July night. We were camped a few miles north of the Cimarron. The herd had watered good a few hours before and were laying peaceful on the bed ground. Cattle on the bed ground, I hope that they'll stay till we're back on the trail at the breaking of day. But until dawn, I hope that they'll sleep. Rest easy, weary cattle, to the cowboy's melody. Now me and Charlie was on night guard, riding slowly around a herd of 2,500 steers. While 100 yards away, the other drovers lay sleeping in their bedrolls, and near each man stood his trusty, sure-footed night horse. A trusty little night horse, he's gentle and smart, and he's heard my songs so much, he knows them by heart. The creak of the saddle, a loose bridle rein, with his hoofs keeping time to poor Liza Jane. Now the air was still and hot as the sky became overcast and sheet lightning begun blinking along the horizon. Me and Charlie stopped and listened, and the cattle and the night was too quiet. The air was getting warmer and lightning flashes approached and dim thunder began to rumble. And I noticed the lead steer rise to his knees, and he looked around, then gets to his feet and turns to smell the approaching storm. And me and Charlie, we just keep on singing and hoping to soothe the restless cattle. Gotta keep the herd settled, don't want no stampede. 2,000 running steers is what I don't need. But lightning and longhorns ain't no kind of game. It's sure hell for leather through thunder and rain. But soon another steer gets up, then another, and another, until the whole herd is on its feet, motionless. I ride a short distance from the cattle and I quietly slip into my slicker. And as I eased back to the herd, I noticed little balls of fire dancing on the tips of my pony's ears. Then almost at once, on the tip of 5,000 horns, appears balls of phosphorescent light. It's the foxfire. It's St. Elmo's fire. We couldn't see nothing but those eerie balls of light on those steers' mighty horns. Now the steers begin to move, slowly at first, then faster. Then from out of the night comes a great flash of lightning, and at the same time a mighty roar of thunder shook heaven and earth. And it was answered with the thunder of 10,000 pounding hooves. Now lightning rolls and hoops and circles, and rain in sheets is coming down. Thunder rattles through the gulches as the hoofbeats shook the ground. We were blinded by the lightning, and the thunder drowned out all the sounds. We kept on riding, hell for leather, wilder and madder than the terror-crazed cattle themselves. Now the cowboys from camp were arriving to join the pursuit. We didn't have to tell them what to do. They knew all too well. Hang with the cattle. Trust your horse. Now top hands ride hell-bent for leather, begging God for the break of day. 'Cause a stampede beat the best camp meeting when it come to getting men to pray. I was but a young man, I was wild and full of fire, a youth within my teens and full of challenge and desire. I ran away from home, left my mother and my dad, It grieved them so to think their only boy was bad. I fell in with an outlaw band, the names are known quite well. How many times we robbed and plundered I could never tell. This kind of sinful living will lead only to a fall. I learned that much and more the night I heard my master call. One night we rustled cattle, 1,000 head or so. We started them out on the trail that leads to Mexico. When a norther started blowing and lightning flashed about, and I thought someone was calling me, thought I'd heard a shout. And at that moment lightning struck not 20 yards from me, and left there was a giant cross where once there was a tree. And this time I knew I'd heard a voice so sweet and plain, a voice that came from everywhere, a voice that called my name. So frightened I was thinking of the sinful deeds I'd done, I failed to see the 1,000 head of cattle start to run. The cattle they stampeded were running all around. My pony ran but stumbled and he threw me to the ground. I thought the end was nearing, that death would be the price, when a mighty bolt of lightning showed the face of Jesus Christ. And I cried, "Oh Lord, forgive me, don't let it happen now. I want to live for you alone, and God, these words I vow." My wicked life unfolded and I thought I'd wasted years, as another bolt of lightning killed 100 head of steers. Then the others rushed on by me, but I was left to live. The master had a reason, life was his to take or give. Well, a miracle performed that night, I wasn't meant to die. The dead ones formed a barricade at least 6 or 7 high, and right behind it there was I, afraid but safe and sound. I cried and begged for mercy, kneeling there upon the ground. Well, a pardon I was granted, my sinful soul set free. No more to fear the angry waves upon life's stormy sea. Forgiven by the love of God, a love that will remain. I gave my life and soul the night the Savior called my name. I gave my life and soul the night the Savior